Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming. This is your graduation orientation, so give yourself an applause here. Come on. It's corny, but you know you're excited, right? So we're here to help you understand what's going to go on with your graduation. Even if you're not planning on doing the walk, we certainly have information here that you might find useful. So please enjoy it. We'll try to be as entertaining as possible. I know Todd has a whole skit planned. Afterwards, we like to have everybody file outside. If you notice, we had some tables with cups and whatnot. While you're in here, we're going to prep some cake. And afterwards, have a little toast and give you guys a chance to eat some cake. So if you're not going to stay the whole time, too bad. You missed out. All right? So without further ado, I think we're going to do a gift or a raffle. Joanna, everybody? Joanna? Yeah, that's right. Oh, I get the pick.
We have some really amazing prize packs. I just kept adding stuff and adding stuff. So pretty cool.
Oh, that's probably somebody's. All right. Last three digits. 483. 568 483. Hey. Come on. Yeah.
Could you come on up and get your prize, please? We want to get you on camera.
Yes. Wow. There you go. Turn and face the cameras.
Congratulations!
All right. So, let's get started. The most basic stuff. We have our Bauer homepage. If you're going to look for your graduation information, if you fall asleep during this presentation, don't fall asleep until we're done with this part. You're going to hit undergraduate.
Do you mind cutting the lights?
Oh, sure. Do I have the lights? Oh, that's not them. How's that? Totally the wrong ones, huh?
There you go.
Okay, cool. Go to the undergraduate page. Student resources, right there is graduation. Okay? Now, the first deadline to apply via your PeopleSoft account is September 30th. It's a $25 charge. After that, it's a $50 charge. Who hasn't done it yet? Raise your hand. Wow, they're all on that side. So, what's going on with this side of the room? Well, they're all PPA, aren't they? So you've got a couple of weeks to get it done so you're not paying double. After that, the final deadline is going to be, it says here, October 28th. Okay? So after September 30th, how much is it going to be? $50. Okay, hold. I
applied, but then the charge never showed up on my account.
Okay. He applied, but he didn't have the charge on his account. How long ago did you apply?
About a week and a half ago.
They might be a little behind. If it doesn't happen in about another week, I'd give Welcome Center a call, Student Financial Services, to make sure. Or maybe you're just that lucky.
Can you explain what the $25 covers?
No, I cannot. Probably resources, things. What is it?
That answers the question.
Yeah.
What's for the cake? Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It's a nice cake. All right, we'll jot that down as something to know because I expose it. Any other questions real quick? Okay. So, if you don't do it by that second deadline, for some reason you wake up, you realize you didn't do it, that's what your advisors are here for, to help you deal with that situation. So We'd rather that not happen. It's just easier if you get it done. It's just a click of the button on your PeopleSoft, okay? If you really can't figure it out, I'm sure we don't mind you coming to our office, making an appointment, and doing it right there. We'll do it with you. I know I will. So if my students freak out, come see me. Most importantly, though, you want to make sure you visit your advisor to make certain that you are set to graduate. I had a student this week, not one of my students, but it doesn't really matter. He came in, he thought he was graduating. All right? He thought he was graduating and he didn't need to go to school this semester. And he did his last semester, so he thought, in the summer. Couldn't come to see his advisor because of work and family commitments. And it turned out, sure enough, he still had 3 hours, business electives. So not only he applied, so he's going to get rejected on his application, lose that money, and he has to come back in the spring, pay that application fee again, and take the class. So you really want to make certain you're squared away. We do our checks, but it doesn't hurt to come in and see us ahead of time. Make certain you've got your classes squared away and you're set to graduate, okay? So please use your advisors, all right? It's really important. There's nothing worse for us to have to tell someone at the end of the semester because it just didn't happen, something didn't happen, to have to deal with that. Okay, you'll go first since you were second time. Okay.
If we've applied, how do we know if we've been accepted or rejected? Have to come to the advisor? Or?
Well, what happens is,
Can you repeat the question?
oh, sorry. What was the question? I forgot. Oh, we do? Oh, we're going to be covering that specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been told we're going to cover that. Okay.
That's it.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, without any further ado, we'll allow Kathy Dominguez come up. She's going to talk about the commencement for those of you that do want to walk.
Hi, I'm Kathy
Oh, you have
Dominguez.
to-
I am the commencement coordinator. I am the one that, if you have any questions, you can give me a call or you can email bba@uh.edu if you have any questions regarding the ceremony. I kind of want to walk this with you. The date's going to be December the 16th. We are going to be grouped with the College of Engineering. Okay, so the ceremony should take about maybe 2.5 hours. Okay, be there at 6 o'clock. No, yeah, 6 o'clock for check-in. Okay. No, it's PM. No. Does it say? No. No. We have to be there at 6 p.m. at the Alumni Center. Okay, that's during check-in. And during check-in, we're going to be giving you a card. On that card, it's going to have your information. It's going to have your name, your degree, your honors, if there's any, and your email address. Okay, be sure that that email address is correct because the photographer will email you your photos or proofs or anything like that, okay? Please refrain from bringing any belongings because our staff is not going to be able to watch it, okay? And, okay, so that's check-in walk cards. Honors will be mentioned on the walk cards. If you go in that day on check-in day and you see, oh, I'm not, you know, it doesn't have honors on there, then weeks on there, then weeks them, and go ahead and write in that you are graduating with honors. They will announce your name and they will announce if you're graduating with honors. The ceremony, 2.5 hours, but since we are grouping with engineering, we ask that you be considerate and not leave early. Okay, so if you've got any events going afterwards, any celebrations afterwards, just be sure and do them after the 2.5 hours. Okay, let me see what else is on here. Oh, okay, the program. I want to kind of mention the program because A lot of people get confused as far as, oh, my name's not mentioned in the program. I go by the first download, which is your final application, which is what, the 30th? Okay, September the 30th. So anything after September 30th will not be on the program. So try, those who raised their hands, be sure and apply before the 30th if you want your name on the program. Okay? We're not going to have RSVP. The way that I know that if you're going to participate it is whenever you applied, and there's a column in there, and it says, will you be, what does it say, something about walking, if you're going to participate in the walk, or if you want your name printed on the program, okay? If you don't know, if you don't remember what you put on there, just go ahead and email bba@uh.edu, and we'll let you know, okay? The other thing was the privacy. If it's that you have a privacy, which is the FERPA law, which is the Family Educational Rights Privacy Act, if you have a privacy on there, your name will not be on the program. But if it's that you do have a privacy on your records and you put on the column, yes, you want your name printed on the program, then your name will be printed. So you don't need to do anything else. If you left it blank, we will notify you saying, hey, you applied, but you didn't say yes or no. But those are only the ones that have the FERPA that we're going to be notifying. Okay, rehearsal, we don't have any rehearsal. We just meet there at Hofheinz at the Alumni Center at 6 o'clock, okay? If you get there earlier, we will not, we won't let you go into the check-in tables until right at 6. Yes, ma'am?
Where at Hofheinz are we supposed to enter? Like, I know you said the Alumni Center, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
You can go in through the front of the Alumni Center. We all line up there, and from there, we go through the tunnel and we enter Hofheinz. For your guests, you can invite whoever you want to invite. There's no restrictions, no numbers, no tickets. You can invite whoever. The doors open up at 6 o'clock for them. And be sure and let them know they cannot be reserving any seats. Okay? What else? Any questions? Yes, sir.
Yeah, how many guests can we bring?
How many guests can you bring? It's unlimited. It's unlimited. You can bring however many guests you want to bring. There's no reservation. You can't reserve any seats. Just let them know. If grandma gets there first, they can't reserve many seats for your aunts and uncles or anybody else. Okay? So just be sure and try to get your applications in if you want your names on the program. Yes, ma'am?
So I know that we're walking on both sides. Is there a specific side we should let our guests know to sit on? Because I know that.
It just depends on the numbers. Okay, she wants to know which side they're going to be walking in, which side should she tell her parents to get on. But that depends on that day, because on that day, we count how many we should do the split, because some of y'all are going to be splitting, sit on one side and some of y'all on this side. But it also depends, because since we are grouping with engineering, sometimes it has where engineering sits on one side and then Bauer sits on the other. But it just depends on the numbers, and I really can't tell you how it's going to work. Okay? So you can just maybe call them.
Would you be
So-
able to let us know that a little closer to the time?
Know what? Which side you're going to be? No. We won't know that until we start checking in. We see how many people showed up, because there's a lot of people that say they are going to RSVP and then they don't go. So we really can't go by the RSVP numbers. We go by however many show up there at check-in.
You're going to walk by on both sides, either before you go up or after you come down. So there'll be opportunities to see you close.
Yes. You're right. Because when you line up, you're going to line up on one side, and then you go up the ramp, and then you're going to come out on the other side. So, you're actually going to go take the round anyway. But when you're walking in, it might be the split when you're walking in, and then you go down the middle.
If we're graduating with honors, when do we buy our boards?
If you're graduating with honors, when do you buy your cords? Sarah will be talking about honors later on. Okay, she'll let you know when. Any other questions regarding, so just be there at the Alumni Center, 6 o'clock, okay? If you get there like at 10 till, we're gonna be already heading on in, and you're gonna be the last ones. And you're gonna be sitting at the end of the row on Hofheinz, okay? It's not like we can squeeze you in, because we're gonna be going by alpha order. Okay, last name. Any other questions regarding the, oh, and the parking, it's better if you park over there by, what is 16B? Is it 16B over there by the, across the street from the Cougar Field? Okay, that's 16B. And guests, they usually park there where Hofheinz was, where the Robertson Stadium was, and right now there's a lot of construction there. So just tell your guests to be there early so they can find parking. But of course, the doors won't open until 6. Yes, ma'am.
So doors open at 6, but the actual graduation ceremony starts at 7 to 9, or 7 to 10, so it's 2.5 hours?
The doors open at 6 for the guest at Hofheinz.
And our check-in is at 6 as well?
Student check-in is at 6 at the Alumni Center. Okay?
So the ceremony is then from
The ceremony is from 6 to 9.
6 to 9?
I'm sorry, 7 to 9. 7 to 9. It begins at 7. Yeah, 7 to 9. We might go a little bit over, but just depending on the numbers that we have. But just give yourself enough time because we will not let anyone leave early. Any other questions? All right, then I'm going to hand it on back to Jeff.
Thank you, Kathy. Yay. All right. So now we're going to have Felix and Greg. They're going to talk to you about the gowns, the caps, the gowns, and invitations. Gentlemen?
Thank you.
And if y'all could use the mic. And
Good afternoon. Congratulations, class of 2011. Go Cougs! Again, my name is Felix Robinson, and I'm your general manager of your University of Houston bookstore. And one of our responsibilities for the campus is to host a biannual grad fair every year, twice a year, once in March and the other one in September, which we'll be hosting at the end of this month. The grad fair for this fall is September 27th through the 30th. That's a Tuesday through Friday. It starts at 9 a.m. in the morning, and we end at 4 in the afternoon every day, Monday through Friday. And of course, if you can't make it by 4 and you're there at 5, the tables will still be there, and there'll be bookstore people that can assist you. The vendors will just be gone to the next day. So we, yeah, September 27th through the 30th, 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. That's Tuesday through Friday.
That's on that website too, in case y'all forget.
It will be in the bookstore in the UC. Herff Jones, which is our official cap and gown and announcement vendor, which Greg represents. He's here today, and he will talk to you about announcements in a second. And he also is responsible for framing success for diploma frames. Bauer Rings will be there, who is responsible for the university's official one ring and or class ring. You'll be able to order your class rings at that time. University Alumni Center will be there, or the Alumni Association. Classic Photography, which is a photographer that we bring in just for students to be able to take graduation photos prior to graduation. So it has nothing to do with the photographer that will be there on the day of the ceremony. This will allow you to take pictures. We'll have sample cap and gowns there so you can put them on, and there's no sitting fee for classic photography. So they'll take your pictures, post them on a website, and you'll be able to go on either with yourself or with your parents and pick the ones you want and be able to purchase them when you're ready to purchase them. And you can put those pictures in your announcements when you get ready to send your announcements out. Again, there's no sitting fee for classic photography. UH Career and Placement Services will also be there as well. So if you can't make grad fair, no sweat. we have a website just for you. Some of you are busy and you work along with going to school, so if you can't make grad fair, you'll be able to go to our official website. If you go to the bookstore's website, you'll be able to link through to the Herff Jones site from our announcement section of the bookstore's website, and it's at the bottom of the bookstore's website. You'll click on announcements, and then a link will pop open about graduation and grad fair. You'll click through the link to our custom site with Herff Jones, and I think, site's already up. See, site's already up. So the site's live already. It'll be live until October 15th when we'll close on all online ordering. And for everybody that orders online, those gowns will come in as of November 28th. So November 28th, we'll start official distribution of all online order gowns and anybody that didn't buy their gown during grad fair. We will have gowns available during grad fair, so if you want to purchase gowns during grad fair, they will be available. All of our gowns we sell in packages. We do allow you to buy separate units, and you can get those prices at the bookstore when you come. But for the bachelor unit, that's your cap, gown, and your tassel. The Bauer students wear a royal blue tassel if you're graduating with a business degree, and it's $45 for the set. The master unit is $72, and I don't think there are any master students here, but the master unit is $72 for the set, and that's cap, gown, tassel, and hood. And if there's anybody that's getting a PhD in finance, and they're not in this group, but for that set, it's $120, and their gowns are rentals. The the doctoral gowns are rentals, so if they're doctoral students and you know them, their gowns are $120 for the set. They get to keep the hood, and they get to keep their tam and tassel. They just have to return the gown at the ceremony. Again, distribution for anybody that's not at grad fair will begin on November 28th. That's 3 weeks prior to graduation. And a lot of students come in, they don't come to grad fair, they may walk in. We'll have gowns there, we'll have buck gowns there for people that are not sure they're gonna graduate yet. They wait till the last minute. We will have a gown there for them to be able to get, and they'll be able to walk in and we'll size them in the bookstore at that time and get their gown prior to graduation. So we also have drawings at that time, so come in. I brought a free gown today that they're gonna draw for some lucky winner this afternoon, but we also will draw a bachelor and a master's gown during that Friday of the event to give away. And Classic Photography will also give away free photography sets, 2 free photography sets during the grad fair as well to give away unto students. And I'm pretty sure Bauer Rings will also have discounts for rings. They normally do a very nice discount for all the students that are looking to buy their ring during that time. So it's the best time to buy your ring is during grad fair. Greg's going to talk to you a little bit more in detail about announcements. But again, congratulations on your great achievement, and we'll see you at grad fair.
I would like to congratulate you also. It's a big time in your life, and one way to celebrate that is obviously cap and gown. It's a nice custom gown with the seal on it that Felix and the university brought in a few years ago, so it really makes it a special and not just the average graduation or commencement. We also have the custom UH stole, which has the interlock UH with the cougar through it. It's an optional item. Those are available either online at the bookstore as well. Someone asked about honor cords. Honor cords are available on the week of the grad fair as well. When we leave here, we're going to pass out the flyer, and on the back of that has the information of the dates and the times and all of the product and all the information there. The grad fair is a great time to come in, and it's one-stop shop. You can get everything taken care of at once. We will have the stock of the diploma frames there. That is a year-round in-stock item at the bookstore. If you don't do it, during the grad fair, it also makes a nice graduation gift, so you can hint to your parents that they are available. You can order those items online as well. Everything can be handled online, but we encourage to attend the grad fair so that you can see all the items. And if you've not done anything on the ring and things like that with Bauer, then you can do that at that time as well. The website is real simple to go through. The web address is on the form, and basically you go through the web, order your announcements online. There's some different information or additional information here that's going to explain what elements that you pay through the bookstore and who you pay when you pay Herff Jones. The caps and gowns are actually, if you ordered a cap and gown and announcements online, the cap and gown would be transacted by the bookstore, and then the announcements would be by Herff Jones. So it's real easy to go through, and it shows all the products if you want to send the links where you can order your cap and gown, announcements, and frames. We generally try to update the site also in these sections so that if there's information, maybe as a reminder that there's only so many days left to order. We'll also update the grad fair date on this particular web page as well. Any questions from the standpoint of any of the products that we offer or provide? Yes, ma'am.
How soon do we get the cap and gown?
How soon do we get the cap and gown? If you come to the grad fair, you actually walk out with the cap and gown that day. That's one plus of coming to the event, is you can actually walk out with that and then start wearing it periodically through the next weeks. Hang it up for motivation and those type of things. If you do order those online, like Felix said, then those will come in later and be distributed on November the 28th. So if you order cap and gown online, they will be in the store on the 28th, okay? And the bookstore will keep caps and gowns throughout the semester for you to purchase those at any time, but the main time really is during the grad fair event.
So distribution starts on the 28th. I want to say
right.
that. And we'll distribute gowns all the way through graduation day.
Right.
So everybody doesn't have to show up on the 28th. You can show up from the 28th anytime till graduation day and pick up your gown once the 28th, the November 28th.
Right, and if you order online, your gown and everything is going to come packaged with your name on that, so it's reserved. You don't have to do anything else. So like you said, you don't have to make a mad rush on that day to come and get that. Question back here.
So the cap and gown for us is not available for rent?
Not for undergrad or masters, right. We used to be in rentals many years ago, but we've gone to more the higher end custom keeper gown with the custom seals and everything on it. Yes, ma'am.
If we order announcements online, how quickly do those come?
Very good question. How long do the announcements take? About 7 to 10 days. Allow 2 or 3 days for shipping, so basically, 7 to 14 days you should receive the announcements. And announcements are shipped directly to you also, so you don't have to worry about picking those up. Yes, ma'am.
If we order a gown online, do we have to pay shipping and handling fees for you to ship it to the bookstore?
No, you do not. The question was, do you pay ship and handling for cap and gown if you order online? No. Yes, sir.
Will there be class rings for us to try on to see what size?
Bauer Company will be there. They'll have tables set up and they'll have rings there set up. They'll size you. They'll have people there to help you through that process, yes. The question was, will people be there to help with rings? Yes. Thank you guys again, and congratulations, and we'll pass these out for you guys.
Thank you very much. Like you said, we have a special prize at the end for the cap and gown. But before we get to that, we're going to do another drawing, so get your tickets out. And before I do this, let me mention, if you're going to order invitations, go see your advisor. Even if you've already seen us this semester, go see us. Make certain everything's squared away, okay? I can't stress that enough. The reason I really encourage that is because I don't want you coming to me going, Jeff, you can't tell me I'm not going to graduate. I've already sent invitations. What, I'm not going to pay your postage. I'm just saying. Just kidding. Ooh. All right, 473. 473. Hey, come on up. Seriously, that's as excited as you guys get for her? You're like, yeah. Start a sign at the camera for us. She's like, whatever. All right. Now, we had a question earlier about certification. Sarah is going to come up and address that for you. So, again.
Thanks, guys. I'm Sarah Nosfilius, the Assistant Director for the Business Honors Program, and I do certified graduations, been doing it for a long time, so I'm here to tell you about how that process actually works. Because you heard the fun stuff, the graduation ceremony, the invitations, the cap and gown, all that good stuff. Unfortunately, though, actually participating in the ceremony means nothing, okay? The ceremony is completely for you and your family to celebrate your accomplishment, but it actually has absolutely no bearing on whether or not you receive that piece of paper that says, I have graduated from college, okay? So I am going to talk about how do you know that you're actually going to receive that piece of paper that says you've graduated from college. So once you've applied for graduation on your PeopleSoft account, what will happen is about midway through this semester, your advisor will start to receive your graduation paperwork. What we will do is we will look over your graduation, make sure you have that you are currently enrolled in all the courses you need for graduation, and then you will receive an email from your specific advisor letting you know what your current standing is. These emails will be sent out probably about mid-November. So that's when you really want to be on the lookout for them. And on the email, it will tell you your current status. There are 3 different statuses it might say. It could say approved. The only instance where it's going to say approved is if you are not enrolled in any classes for the current semester. Okay, if you're enrolled in classes, we obviously don't know yet whether or not you're approved because we need those grades for the classes you're in currently. Okay, so for the vast majority of you in here, what your email will say is that you've been conditionally approved. What a conditional approval means is that as long as you complete the courses that you are currently enrolled in and any other conditions listed on your email, and they might list other things, and complete the surveys and assessments that are required for graduation, which Todd is going to talk about in just a minute, as long as you meet those requirements, once grades come in, we will review your application again, and as long as you've passed those classes and met all the requirements, you will be approved for graduation. Okay? Now, if your letter says disapproved, that is the other status that it could say. What that means basically is that at that moment, you are not meeting graduation requirements and you are not enrolled in the courses that you need to meet graduation requirements. Now, in some cases, that could be because you still have a minor on there from 2 semesters ago that you know you don't have any intention of completing, but it's still on your record and you need to get that taken care of. Okay, so if it's something like that, you can come in and talk to your advisor and we can try and fix it for you and see what we can do. Or if you're not enrolled in the class that you need for graduation, unfortunately that means you're going to be needing to stay for an additional semester. So if you do get a letter that says disapproved, what you need to do is make an appointment to see your advisor as soon as possible. Questions? Yes? Grades, okay, we're going to get to that too because the question was when will grades post? Grades actually do not post for the most part until after the ceremony. So what that means is that at the time of the ceremony, none of you really know if you've actually graduated. I know. That's why I said the ceremony doesn't really mean anything. It's just for you and your family to celebrate your accomplishment. But participating in the ceremony has no bearing on whether or not you receive that piece of paper. So what's going to happen then is that at the end of the semester, which will be after the graduation ceremony has already occurred, your advisor will review your paperwork for graduation again, and they will look to see, did you complete successfully the classes you were enrolled in, okay? Now, one thing that is important for students to keep in mind is that the grades that we are looking at are the grades that are posted on your MyUH account. I have had a student before who sees their grade post on their Blackboard account, and they're like, okay, I'm all good. For some reason, the professor, the grade that was on Blackboard was not the grade that was in the system in PeopleSoft, so that causes a problem. So make sure when you finish up for the semester, you are checking your grades on PeopleSoft, because that is your official record, and you want to make sure that all your grades are posted. Once you see that they're all posted and you successfully pass them all, then you know you're good to go and you should be getting an approval. Okay? Questions about this? Yes?
I have a question. If last semester you were told that you had all your classes, and this semester you're taking classes just to finish getting, like for supply chain majors, certificates to get to the tracks, will you get the letter that says approved, or will you get one that says conditionally approved? If you've already completed all the hours that you need for...
The question was if you've already completed all the hours that you need for graduation and are now participating in certificate programs. will your letter say approved or conditionally approved? My thought is that that letter is going to say conditionally approved because those certificates are part of your record. So if you have it declared that you are doing an oil and gas certificate for accounting, for example, and you don't meet the requirements for that certificate, you're not approved yet. Does that make sense? Okay. Yes, question over here.
How do we know which chords we need and where to buy them?
Okay, well, the chords for honors, all of our chords are going to be bought through the university bookstore. If you're involved in specific student organizations that give chords, usually those are given by the officers of that organization. Okay.
They list the chord colors for that.
Yeah, the bookstore will know what color chords you need for what things. Okay.
One more question.
One more question. Yes.
How do you know if you're honors or not?
Okay, we're going to talk about honors in just a few minutes after we talk about the required surveys. So we'll get to honors in just a minute. Okay, so we're talking about final certification. So we talked about that we're going to check your grades, make sure that they all came in correctly. We're going to verify that you have indeed successfully applied for graduation. Successfully complete all your courses needed for graduation. So at that time, what your advisor will do is they will send your approval over to the Office of Registration and Academic Records, and then the Office of Registration and Academic Records will actually post your degree as awarded, and then set the process in place for your diploma to be printed, and then your diploma would be printed from the printing company and sent directly to you by the printing company to the address that you have posted on your PeopleSoft account, your MyUH account. Okay? Now, this whole process, unfortunately, is not instantaneous. I've had students the day after the graduation ceremony who call me and say, I need to verify that my graduation, my employer that I have my job with needs to know today that I've graduated. Unfortunately, it is going to take some time for that diploma to actually show up as awarded in the system and for you to receive that diploma. It's about 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, okay? So that's kind of the time frame you're looking at, is 6 to 8 weeks after the graduation ceremony is when you'll actually see it show up on MyUH PeopleSoft that you've graduated and have that diploma mailed out to you. If you are in a situation where you do need employment verification of graduation prior to that, contact your advisor and your advisor will try to help you out, okay? Okay, and then once after that 6 weeks or so passes, then an employer would be able to verify your graduation using a website with the Student Clearinghouse, and that website is www.studentclearinghouse.org. So that is where all the diploma verifications will go through once that 6 to 8 weeks has passed. You should then receive your diploma in the mail no later than 3 months after the ceremony. If it's been that long and you haven't received it, let us know, because that means something probably went wrong, okay? And if you do have problems with the diploma ordering, the diplomas are done through our Registration and Academic Records office. So if you see your degree is awarded in your MyUH account, but you just haven't received that diploma, the number you want to call is actually for Registration and Academic Records, which is 713-743-1010. Okay, now I mentioned before that on your conditional approval email, it is going to talk about some surveys and assessments, which are graduation requirements. So now I want to let Todd Tchaikovsky, who is our assessment guru, talk about the required surveys and assessments. Yes, guru.
Thank you. First of all, thanks everybody for coming, and thank you, Sarah. That's very motivating. I'm going to talk to you just for like a minute or two about the required surveys. Not exciting stuff, but it is helpful not only to you but to the college. There are going to be 2 surveys that come out. One is going to be the employment survey. That will come out November 7th, or the week of November 7th. So be looking for that about the 1st or 2nd week. Basically, that's asking for information in terms of your job search. You know, how are you doing? If you found a position, if you had found a position, where are you going to work at? Is it in-state, out-of-state? Very, very short. It takes no more than 2-3 minutes probably to go through it and do it. please go ahead and do it. It's required. You can go ahead and consult the catalog. It is required, as well as a program survey that I'll be talking about in a second. We send out a lot of reminders. The quicker you do it, the quicker they will stop coming. That's the bottom line. I realize, and everybody realizes, that you're very busy at that point in time, and it's probably one of the last things you're thinking about in terms of priority. But like I said, it takes 2 to 3 minutes, and then you're done with it. It helps career services with their services if they can help you further in your job search. I'm going to talk about national rankings. Business Week, U.S. News, you all know of those. They require that information in order for us to even participate. So if we don't have the information, it's not doing us a lot of good in terms of getting our name out there, because our name gets out there, and your alma mater, you go out and you're looking for a job. If somebody sees Bauer College of Business, they know, hey, I saw you in the rankings, I saw you in the magazine, that's a good school. And you can talk about that and kind of start some dialogue. So just please make every effort to do it. The second survey going to be coming out the same week, November 7th, second week or so. It's a program assessment survey. This is for the undergraduate office. This gives them information in terms of how they're doing. It's a satisfaction survey. It deals with what your feelings are in terms of faculty, in terms of the courses that were offered, advising, career services, just the gamut. Again, 5 minutes at most. Just go ahead, take care of it. The sooner you do it, the less your email box gets cluttered. So all I can say, I guess, would be the first and second week in November. Be on the lookout for those two. They will be coming from the bba@uh.edu email address. Any questions? All right. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to do a quick raffle.
This is starts out with 320639. It's a 320639. Hey! All right, thanks. Yay! The surveys, please pay attention to that and get it over with. It'd be awesome if we could do that within like the first 2 weeks, because we get a commission.
Are they emailed to you or when you find the survey?
We're going to be shooting emails. You just pay attention. They're going to come in with links and whatnot. So we'll be coming at you with them. Plenty. He's not kidding. You think you get enough emails from your advisors? Wait till the survey emails start coming.
In the event that we want to get our transcripts reordered and kind of send the transcripts into an employer after we graduate, so beyond a 3-month period, do we still have access to our account?
Yes, your PeopleSoft account does not go away. You will still continue to have access to your MyUH account all the way forever, I think. Okay, so I'm going to talk about honors here in just a moment. First, there's one item that I forgot to mention when I was talking about the certification process. That is, once you apply for graduation, that means that they do not give you an enrollment date for the next semester. Okay, so once you've applied for graduation, you cannot enroll for a future semester. What that means is that if your graduation gets disapproved, or let's say maybe you realize, oh my gosh, I'm not doing well in this class, maybe it's statistics, and you say, you know what, I've got to drop this course. I'm going to drop it with a W, so that means I'm going to delay my graduation until next semester because I'm going to drop this course. What you need to do is contact your advisor right away so that they can go ahead and disapprove your graduation so that you can then get an enrollment appointment for the upcoming semester. Okay. Also, if your graduation is disapproved, you do have to reapply for a future semester. Okay, that's really important for you to know. If you're disapproved and you don't graduate that semester, that means if you're going to graduate in the spring instead, you need to reapply for graduation for the spring on MyUH. Any questions about that? Yes, in the back here. You won't know, well, you'll get that letter about midway through the semester, like November-ish, that says that you've been either conditionally approved, approved, or disapproved. But then you won't get anything saying you've been officially approved. You'll just, once your grades come in, you'll see that a few weeks later your degree will show as awarded. Okay? Or if you, let's say you fail a class, then your advisor will contact you and let you know that your graduation's been disapproved. But hopefully you know that because you know that you failed the class. The conditional approval will come out towards the middle to end of November.
Okay, even if we apply back in June?
Yes, correct. Because we don't start processing until after the graduation deadlines have passed. Okay, now I want to talk about honors graduation, okay, graduating with honors. And I'm specifically talking about the Latin honors, which is the cum laude, magna cum laude, summa cum laude. Now, what honors is based on, all of you guys are probably under our previous catalog. There was a change to the honors requirements that came last fall, in fall of 2010. So you are only under the new Latin honors requirements if you started at University of Houston in fall 2010 or after. So I don't think that there's anyone in this room who would have started in fall 2010 and is graduating this semester. But if that is the case, see your advisor because you're under different requirements than what I'm about to talk about. So for the vast majority of you in this room, you're under the catalog requirements that require a 3.25 GPA on your last 66 hours in order to qualify for the first level of honors, which is cum laude. Okay? Then if you have above a 3.5 on your last 66 hours, you would qualify for the second level of honors, which is magna cum laude. And then if you have above a 3.75 on your last 66 hours, you would qualify for the highest level of honors, which is summa cum laude. Now, they do this based on your last 66 hours. And we've already talked about that grades are not posted at the time of the ceremony. So what that means is that at the time of the ceremony, we don't know officially what your graduation standing with honors is going to be. Okay? So for the ceremony program, what they are using is your GPA prior to your last semester. So if that is above a 3.25, you would say cum laude on your walk card, and it would say that in the program as well. Now, Kathy mentioned earlier when she talked about getting your walk card, if you get your walk card and you know that you're going to have magna cum laude honors, but it says cum laude honors, we will allow you to change it on the walk card. We are on the honor system here, so we want you to be honest with us if you think that you're going to receive that. Again, the ceremony is just for you and your family. It doesn't really have any bearing on your true honor standing or your true graduation standing. So we do let you make those changes at the time of the ceremony. Now, when we say it's calculated based on the last 66 hours, if your 66th hour fell in the middle of a semester, then you're going to include all the grades from the semester. So if you're trying to do the calculation yourself to see where you're going to fall, what you would do is start with your classes that you're in this semester, estimate the grades you think you're going to receive in those classes, and then count backwards from there semester by semester until you get to 66 hours. And if the 66th hour falls in the middle of a semester, include all the grades from that semester in your calculation. Do we have any questions about how honors is calculated? Yes?
And also, if you don't have 66 hours.
Thank you, Joanna. If you do not have at least 66 hours here at U of H, unfortunately, that means you will not qualify for honors. You do have to have at least 66 hours. That also means that if you needed your last semester grades to get to 66 hours, then your name won't appear with honors in the program, but we will still recalculate it for you once those grades come out, so it would appear on your official transcript and on your diploma. Okay, some questions over here.
So I use an internship as credit hours. Would that count towards the 66 or no?
That's a great question. Her question was she has an internship which was not a letter grade, it was an SU class. Does it count towards the last 66 hours? And the answer is no, that grade will not count in the last 66 hours. Yes?
I will be graduating here at Bauer and at the Hilton. So does it all 66 hours no matter what class it is?
Her question is, she's a dual degree for here and the Hilton College. They will use your last 66 hours from all classes, so they are not going to differentiate which classes were for which degree. Yes?
So the card that we get at graduation, like, do we have to predetermine what we are, or is it already
On the card that you receive, your walk cards, what it will show is the honor standing that you have prior to your grades coming in this semester, and it will be pre-printed on there. However, if you think you're going to end up with something different because you're going to make straight A's this semester, then we will allow you to change that on the walk card. Any other questions about honors? Okay, fantastic. Then I think I'm ready to turn it back over to Jeff.
All right, thank you, Sarah. Keep in mind, we don't do calculations, not because we're not interested in it, but that information comes from the registrar's office. They have a PeopleSoft query that determines that. So if you do have an issue with your calculation once you've graduated, by all means contact us, but I'm going to let you know it's already been predetermined. We did not do the calculation, but we'll certainly try to help you figure out if maybe it was incorrect. All right? Yeah, we're going to do another raffle. All right.
I think we should have a drum roll.
I know. Oh, this is 568488. Oh, we have a secret Aggie here. We got a whoop out of that. EWT. There you go. Congratulations. All right. Real quick, some items I have here. The BWT. Y'all remember taking GMB 2301 and going through that writing assignment? If you don't, you need to come see your advisor. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, come see your advisor, check on your BWT. It's the Bauer writing evaluation tutorial. It's basically that writing test you took to see if you're competent enough to write a letter or an email for business, right? All right. So it doesn't matter if you're one of my students and I graded your emails and said you're good and everything. That mine doesn't count. So rebate incentive, the tuition rebate. That's that $1,000 you get back. Yeah, right? Not necessarily. I'm saying you have the option to get that. I have to fly. If you want to know you qualify or want to have an idea, this is what I do. I Google tuition rebate. Bam, look at that right there. Woohoo! Tuition. That's the technical. That always happens. The engineering guys always have it squared away. It's right there. It offers a tuition rebate of $1,000 to undergraduate students who graduate having met the requirements for eligibility. Eligible students are Texas residents, attempt no more than 3 semester hours in excess of the minimum number required for their degree, and graduate within 4 calendar years for 4-year degrees, and within 5 calendar years for 5-year degrees, such as the Bachelor of Architecture. Okay? There's a checklist, there's the form, so feel free to investigate that and bring the form to us.
What about double majors?
That's about as much as I know about that. You're tricky. You ask the questions I don't know. I gotcha. Was one back here? No question back here? They're debating whether or not he really meant to raise his hand. Okay. Oh, right here.
Is that based on your transcript, like your bilingual stuff, whatever?
The question was, is it based on your transcripts? It also does include transfer work. they're basically going to see if you were able to achieve your 4-year degree in 4 years, including transfer work. Were you an efficient student, or did you take a lot of classes and withdraw and whatnot? You probably. So it's what we do is you'll get the form. It'll tell you where to go and for whom you need to see to get it signed. Eventually, it's going to go to the registrar's office, and they're going to be the ones that are going to give the final stamp of approval, okay? So I'm just letting you know it exists. Your advisors are only part of the process, but we'll certainly try to help you as much as we can. All right? Oh, sorry. When's the deadline? Well, they don't...
The end of the semester, the last day of the semester.
Right, that's right. The question is, when is the deadline? You need to turn it in before the last day of the semester. So if I were you, I'd get it in before finals week. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? Cool. All right. Now we're going to go to Joel Pearson. He's going to discuss graduate programs real quick.
Good afternoon. My name is Joel Pearson. I'm academic advisor for the Department of Accountancy and Taxation. I want to talk to you a little bit about graduate programs that we have here in Bauer. First, I want to say congratulations to everyone who is graduating this semester. Celebrate, do well in all your classes, get prepared, but also keep in mind that there is a possibility that you may want to come back and gain further education. The programs we have for our graduate programs are the MBA, the MS Finance, and the MS in Accountancy. The MBA is a 48-hour graduate program that gives students an opportunity to gain expertise in business, to gain more leadership credentials, to take more in-depth class that will help them to be leaders in business. There's different courses, different certificates you can get in areas of ranging from business consulting to sales leadership. The MBA program has suggested that students work for 3 to 5 years before they come back to get their MBA, because really the MBA is a combination of the coursework, but also what the students, the professionals bring to the class. So it's really suggested that you work for a couple of years before you come back and get your MBA program, get your MBA degree. If you want more information about the MBA, they have an information session coming up September 23rd from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. The location is to be announced. You can go to the MS in Accountancy, the MBA website to find out all the dates and actually find out more information about the programs that they have. Again, the next info session is September 23rd from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Another program we have is the MS Finance. This, of course, is for individuals who want to get expertise in finance and get greater training in finance, so they'll be leaders in that profession. This area is suggested that you get 2 years of professional experience before you start the program so that you can bring that expertise to the class. And one specialty program they do have is real estate. I've actually gone on the webpage and they have an opportunity for students to enter a competition where they're able to get $50,000 to work on a real estate project. And their next information session is September 27th from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. And of course, that information can be found on the webpage, and the location of that has yet to be determined as well. Look on the Bauer calendar and also the web pages to find out more information about their information session. And last and not least, we have the MS in Accountancy program. This program is for individuals who want to get, of course, expertise in accounting. It prepares individuals to be able to gain the skills to be leaders in their prospective accounting professional careers. We offer certificates in advanced internal audit, advanced auditing, risk management, and tax. And students can also participate in internships while they're in the MS in Accountancy. The difference between the MS in Accountancy and the MBA and the MS Finance is that it's not necessary that you get professional training before you enter in the program. And actually, it's very customary for individuals to get their bachelor's and go right into the MS in accountancy because the students are able to take advanced courses that prepare them to work for the Big Four, work for large corporations, do public accounting, and also after finishing, most students are able to sit for the CPA. The next information session we have for that is October 3rd from 6:30 p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. And that's all I have for that. Again, congratulations, and keep thinking about graduate school even though you're doing your undergraduate.
Do our second to last raffle. This, I go out of my way to look. Ooh. I just had a funny thought in my head. I was thinking I was going to read it backwards, and then, yeah. But see, then I didn't do it because I told you about it.
It's much better you just telling us.
I know. Right? Well, it all started about 3, 2, 1, 5, 7, 2. Oh! It's like nobody has it.
Nobody has it?
Oh, you have it. There you go. They were so excited. They was like, we're so bummed it wasn't us, but we're so happy it was you, whoever the heck you are. Just so glad somebody won. All right, that's awesome. All right, now we have a visitor from the Rockwell Career Center. And I have here Oliver. Oh, there he is. Oliver Blanco. Hi, Oliver. He's hidden back there. You're welcome.
How are you guys doing today? Go Cougs! Woo! That's awesome. Congrats, guys. All right, so the fact that you're graduating does not mean you can't come use us, right? Come and use us. We're in the Rockwell Career Center. The services are still open to you guys for usage. However, here's a catch. University Career Services, UCS. Who's heard of UCS? Okay. We are decentralized campus, so they offer services for all colleges at UH. You have one free semester to use their services. Not ours. Ours are free. Woo! But theirs, UCS, one free semester. After that, you will be charged whatever fees I don't know how much they are, but I just wanted to clarify that we are two different offices, Rockwell Career Center and the UCS. Continue to use online services. That is through your Gateway account. Who in here does not have a Gateway account? Nice. So if you don't, because you're embarrassed that you don't want to raise your hand, be sure to come by our office because we do want you to have access to that before you do graduate. With that, you're going to have access to OCR, on-campus recruiting. We have 18 interview rooms in the SEMO Hall. Most of you may have experienced interviews there. Employers do use these rooms to recruit on campus, make it easier for you guys. So once you graduate, if you're still looking for that job, if you're still in the job search mode, continue to use Gateway as that on-campus recruiting. You can apply and hopefully be called for that interview. Which brings me, if you want to go ahead and RSVP for any of the events, continue with your recruiting efforts. Career Fair, when is that? Nice. Thursday next week, September 22nd in the UC Houston room. It's going to be crammed. We all know this. I have a checklist that will make it much easier. So be sure to pick this up if you're not really prepared. And if you want to, practice your 30-second me, I know we're going to have an outreach table in Melcher, the Ticker Center next week. Stop by and we'll give you some more information there. And lastly, I do want to really strongly encourage you guys. You're graduating, fantastic. That doesn't mean that you can't come back. We like to see alum come back and participate in career panels. We want to hear your expertise on panels. Look at the different groups, the UH Bauer alum, the Houston Alumni Organization, LinkedIn. Who has a LinkedIn account? Great. If you don't have a LinkedIn account, create a LinkedIn account. That right there is that hidden job market given to you and applied to right there. You can easily join groups there. And I have actually seen job postings posted on the LinkedIn. So if you have questions on that, come to us, come to me. I will walk you through that. If you don't have a job, definitely think about community engagement, volunteerism, because with that experience, you don't want to just twiddle your thumb and just think, okay, well, I'm just going to apply here and there and just wait to hear from someone. And we all know with the economy the way it is, it's difficult. So continue, strive forward, be patient with that. If you want last minute tips, again, we are here for you. Notes, advice, come when, if you've graduated, winter break, spring break, summer break, when there's not really a huge, massive parking is an issue, you guys aren't going to have that permit, come during that time because it's much more easier to get to you guys for alum. Do you have any questions about Rockwell Career Center? Really? Wow. First time. Yes.
I have a question regarding the career fair. Are we going to have like a map that shows us where the companies are going to be at?
Are we going to have a map at the career fair? Yes. We'll have a booklet for you guys, and actually, that may not come in yet. With our budget the way it is, if we don't, I'm going back to, right? Oh, no budget. So you know what? I tell you what, we will have a list of the employers that is on Gateway. If we do not have a map, come and find one of the staff members from Rockwell Career Center, and we can show you where that certain employer is. Yes, ma'am. Can we email you what? If we have that, it's on, not the map per se, but the list of employers are found on Gateway. Okay? Where that, on short links, if you are on our, if you are on, can I go to, I don't know if I can get to Gateway from here. Probably not. No, it's going to ask, I don't have a student. So on your Gateway account, if you're on your home page, towards the right hand, it's got to be under short links. You'll find Fall 2001 recruiting events. Click on that, and all the list of the employers will be there. As of today, we have 100 employers that will be there. So if you hear on the news, media, yeah, unemployment's high, but they're recruiting. They're recruiting you guys. Any other questions? Fantastic. Go Cougs.
Thank you. Yeah, you get that. It sounds like until you get a job, you got Rockwell. That's awesome. When I went here, they didn't exist, but it wouldn't have mattered. I was an English major, so. But I did get a business job. Weird. Anywho, now we have University of Houston Alumni Association has come speak. Lauren?
I know y'all want to get out of here, so trust me, I will go very quickly. I am way shorter than this. Sorry for those of you who can't see me. I am here to talk to you about the fun stuff we do after you graduate. Obviously, we want to keep you connected. That's our biggest goal, so that you guys can come back. We put on lots of fun events, but I also want to tell you, we give away a lot of money in scholarships. Last year we gave away over $180,000, so that's a big push for us. Just so you know, when you become a member of the Alumni Association, you get a parking permit. I know that is huge, because if you need to come back for any reason, it allows you to park for visiting purposes. You get discounts on prep courses through Kaplan. We have Skillport, which certifies you for all kinds of different certifications and continuing education, and that is free to members. There are 14 of us there, and we're willing to help you any way we can. So I just wanted to tell you who we were, what we do, and keep it short and sweet. Today, usually new grad membership is $20. Today we're going to make it $10. So if you can see Laura or myself outside, we will be there running cards or taking cash. Also, he mentioned the rings earlier. We are the keeper of the rings, and they live in our office. We are at the Athletics Alumni Center. If you ever want to see them, come by and check them out. You can also order them from us any day. So that's that.
Cool. All right. Sweet. Easy peasy. All right, one more raffle and then it's cake time. Oh yeah. Oh.
In this, we are giving away a nicely embossed
Embroidered.
Houston cap and gown. Some very nice stuff. You did just say we're doing the raffle, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Oh. Way more fancy than the mesh that I wore. Gonna give this an extra
twirl.
twirl. Keep this coupon. Keep this coupon. Oh wait, no, it says sorry. 568 475. Oh. 475. 568. Well done. Oh, awesome. All right. Well, there you go. As far as the info session here is concerned, we're done. Keep in mind, you can always email us if you'd like to file out